How you doing? Hope you all doing well. So, I just thought about this cool idea I have in my mind saying, no risk, no story, no risk, shit life. And what I mean by this quote is that what I'm technically saying is that if you don't have a risk, if you don't take some risks, you don't have an interesting life. That's what I'm pretty much going to say. Because I know a lot of people out there who are successful or who have a meaningful life are people who take risks. Because I know, and the reason why they have an interesting life, because when you take a risk, right, you're doing something outside your comfort zone. You're doing something that not many people are not willing to do. And it's hard because you're putting yourself in unpredictable situations where you don't know where you're going. You don't know if this is going to work out or if it is going to work out. Because, let me explain. Every successful person you look up to, right? Like it could be an athlete or it could be a entrepreneur or it could be someone who's living the dream life that actually wanted to live or took a risk. And when they took a risk, right, they had to go through some really lot of painful stories. They had to go through a lot of uncertainty in terms of not sure if this is gonna work out. And when they do make it, they have a cool story to tell. Because think about it, right? Think about all the movies you watch, right? Or all the books you read, or all the great, let's say the classic movies. Let's say you watch, I don't know, Batman or The Dark Knight, or I'm just going to, let's say The Dark Knight, right? Every movie has a good story. Why? Because the main character goes and take a risk. Think about it, right? Like, would you want to watch a movie where someone's just doing the same thing every fucking day? Of course not. You don't want to watch a movie on that. Then why the fuck are you doing that with your own life? Why the hell are you doing that with your own life in general? Like, most people watch other people's life, right? But why not you start living your own life? Why not you start actually going the things you actually want to do? Because I'll be honest, right? When I talk to most people about their lives, same shit, nothing happening, it's because they don't take some fucking risks. That's why it's the same shit. Like the reason why, same shit, I'm still working this corporate job, same shit, same shit talking to this gay co-worker, this fat fucking bitch co-worker. Yeah, the reason why it's like that is because you don't take a risk. You don't do something different. Of course, it's gonna be boring. Like if I was watching a movie on your life, it's boring as hell because you're not taking any risks. You're not trying to do anything. And it's kind of interesting. I was watching this movie a few months ago. It's called The Secret Life of Walter Matilda or Walter Mitty. No, I think Walter Mitty. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And as I was watching that movie specifically, right? Like in the movie, the main character, Ben Stiller, is always daydreaming, right? I think he's always daydreaming asking that chick out. He's always daydreaming traveling the world. He's always daydreaming, right? But now the problem with him is he was daydreaming so much that he wasn't taking a risk. Like he was living the same old mentality day. But then I think that day where he decided to take a risk and go to Iceland, he realized that he started living his life because he took a risk. He actually got outside his comfort zone. And I want you to use that mentality in your own life. Like for example, if you're the type of guy who watches YouTube all day or doom scrolling or you're working that shitty 9 to 5 job and you feel like nothing's happening, well, because you're not taking enough risks in life. You're not going outside your comfort zone. You're just staying the same. That's why your life is boring. That's why a lot of people go for mental health problems or a lot of people are depressed. Because the reason why people are depressed is because they don't take enough risk. They don't take enough risks. They don't fucking try something different. They don't learn how to do things outside the comfort zone. Because the more you stay in your comfort zone, the more you're going to be depressed. Let me repeat that again. The more you stay in your comfort zone, the more you will be depressed. I will repeat that again. The more you stay in your comfort zone, the more you be depressed. Because as humans, right, we are ambitious creatures. We want to take risks. Like, why do you think the airplane got invented? Because humans are ambitious. We are very ambitious beings. We don't just wait around and do nothing. We're meant to take some risks and do shit. Like, for example, my parents, right? Like, since I'm Chinese, right? I'm Chinese, I'm Asian, right? Like, I'm Australian, I'm Chinese Australian, right? And my ancestors, right? So my great granddad, right? He came to Australia during the gold rush. He came here like during the 1800s. And the reason why, because he took a risk. He took a risk to come to Australia because back then China was very poverty. It's very poverty, didn't have any food, so he knew how to take a risk, and that's why I'm able to actually. He took a risk for my family in order to live the life I want. Now, what I'm saying is that every successful person will take a risk. If you don't take a risk, well, someone else will take a risk, and you'll be watching someone else living their life, and you'll be sitting on the side like, oh, I wonder what the fuck have I been doing. So take some risks. No risk, no story. Because the best stories are the people who take a risk. Trust me, bro. Any successful person I look up to, in general, have taken a risk because they got a cool story. I think like that's what makes storytelling so interesting. That's what makes life interesting, in my opinion. Taking some risks and just hearing them go through some fucked up shit and then somehow overcoming that fucked up shit. I think that's what makes life more meaningful, honestly. So take some risks, and I'm not just saying this for you guys. I'm saying this for myself actually. Like I'm saying this to keep myself accountable because if what I say on the internet makes me accountable. Oh, I got to start doing this. Like David needs to start doing this because if I don't do this, I'm gonna look like an idiot. Because it's kind of funny, like the old saying, like if you post about your goals or if you post it on the internet, right, it keeps you accountable. It keeps you accountable. Oh shit, I gotta start doing it. Because if I post this, if I don't do it, then I look like a fucking idiot. Then I'm like, it's like I don't even preach what I say. I'm full of shit, and everyone's gonna talk shit. Now since I've got people watching this, now I've got to actually do it. So I've got to take some risks now. So that's what I've got to say. Anyways, yeah, no risk, no story, no risk, shit life. Anyways, hope this makes this clear. See ya. Bye.